Hi, I'm Alnur. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some rockstar tips on how you can rock your video interviews. These are getting a huge rise these days because of the costs associated in bringing people in for interviews. Organizations are doing a lot more video interviews. So how can you rock? I'm going to be sharing with you before, during, and after, as well as my 3 R's that I share. So what can you do for before the interview is to make sure that your equipment is ready. What equipment do you need? You need to have a proper webcam. Many times the cameras on the cell phones do not have a proper webcam. The one I'm using is on a cell phone, so hey, but when you're investing for an interview, perhaps that is a great idea to purchase one, as well as purchasing a mic, because when they are asking you questions, and if you're not being heard properly, then it's going to cost you that job. So these are some things you can do. Let your family know that you're going to be interviewing that day so that you have that time free. Keep your pets away. That way you are uninterrupted and you're able to shine in your best light to be able to answer those questions. Video interviews are hard because not only you're using a different technology, you're not really getting a sense of that person in front of you, but there are certainly lots of tips that I'm sharing with you right now that can help you ace that video interview. Next, I'm going to share with you is that make sure you have great lighting. If you're in a room that has got plenty of natural lights, fantastic. If you're in a room that is not well lit up, then perhaps placing 2 lamps besides the camera, as well as having lighting behind you so you're not seen really dark and you're seen in a good light. The next tip I'm going to give is the 3 R's. What can you do with the 3 R's is research the organization. Find out what is happening with them. Go on LinkedIn and find out, are they on LinkedIn? What are some of the things they're sharing on LinkedIn that is keeping up to date and current with what they're doing right now? That way you'll be able to answer the question of how you can manage some of the problems that they're having and why they should be hiring you. Next, I would like you to keep on record your interviews. Do a mock interview. That way you can then find out how you're answering those questions. Get close to with a friend and ask them to help you asking you questions and them recording you. That way you can see how you're doing. My next thing is rehearse those interview questions. Keep on thinking of what kind of interview questions are they going to be asking. There are lots of tips out there, as well as I've provided tips in my previous videos, so please go watch those. And finally, on the day of the interview, help yourself get your mindset ready. Not only is your environment ready, but your mindset is ready. That way you're able to calm yourself, take deep breaths, and calm yourself down for that interview. During that interview time, make sure you're dressed. That doesn't mean dressing just from the top up. You're also dressed, fully dressed, and sitting on a straight back chair that is not swiveling. Because if you're swiveling, it's going to show, how does this seem? Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, you're fiddling with a pen and all of those. So here are some of the tips. And then after the interview, make sure you send a little thank you note to those interviewers. So these are tips for those interviews that are going to be happening on Skype and that. Sometimes they're going to be sending you a link for you to record yourself. So use the same tips. This way you'll be answering the questions that they're going to be asking you. And you may be able to rewind and go back and re-answer those questions again. But the best things are be authentic, be yourself, and that way you're going to shine. Rock on. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alnur.